Thought it was the dog. Turns out it was the toilet. And we're coming out hot because that could very easily be a title for the episode. I'm in the room and I hear something that sounds like dog whining. Sounds like Leo needs help. I ran to his rescue. Threw open the shutters and threw up the sash, and it was just a toilet.
The commode.
It was the moaning of a commode. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, the only podcast on the internet where we don't know the difference between a puppy dog and a toilet bowl. Yeah, I had no idea that my toilet sounded that much like a Labradoodle swine's. Hey guys, welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
And I'm Ashley Engle. Welcome, guys. I sound a little bit
I'm the other
better.
half. You do it right.
I'm sorry. Hi, guys. Welcome. I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half.
Thank you, because I don't know how good at fractions our listeners are, and they might just think there's a lone half hanging out there. I'm not holding open audish. It's enough coordinating you to get over here to do this. I'm dealing with rogue toilet bowls. I'm dealing with you 10, 15, 20 minutes behind.
Non-existent whining dog.
Well, he exists. It just so happens that he was a toilet in this particular instance.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just relishing in the fact that my voice is actually back this week.
Call a plumber to shut this dog up. Yeah, guys, listen. Hey, you do sound a lot better.
I really do.
For what it's worth.
I feel a lot better.
I don't
still
care
have
as much
a
about
lingering
that.
cough. Hopefully we can get through today without that. But
Odds are, guys, what's the over-under on number of coughing fits that the other half has today?
I'm going to go with 2.
It's just, 2, easy. I'm taking the over all day on 2. Are you kidding me? That's easy money, baby. You're never going to make it as an odds maker in Vegas.
It's true.
It's true.
Be a horrible.
Also, because gambling's a sin. It's
Okay.
Sin City, and you work at a church.
Welcome, guys, to the week between Christmas and New Year's, the time of year when nobody knows
No man's land.
what day it is,
No
what year
man's
it is.
land. Yeah, no idea.
And you don't even try to be the best version of yourself.
No.
You don't even try. You try to cram in all the carbs and all the laziness you can because come January 1, it's on.
At one point a couple years ago, my buddy Cody, dear friend Cody,
Hi,
just
Cody.
during this week, he said it in all seriousness. He goes, his wife's name's Brooke. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
He said in all seriousness, Brooke and I had a conversation, and we decided that we will not care about finances.
Yeah.
We will not care about calories. None of it matters until next year.
Yeah.
He's like, so now it's go time. And when Cody says go time on just being a garbage person in the kitchen,
Just look out.
let me tell you something. He is the Michael Jordan
Of chips.
of chips.
No, case in point. I ate chips for lunch today, guys. Contrary to what you may think, neither Brandon nor I are big chip eaters on the reg.
It's all smoke and mirrors for the internet.
The 5 chips we sample on a weekly. For those of you who are new joining us, we do chip reviews.
Yeah, for
on the
those of did you
socials.
say for those of you that are new to joining us? Because I realize that it doesn't
guys
matter.
get
I
outta here.
realize it doesn't matter till the end of the year, but come on.
Go put on some
Come
pants.
on. Quit coming here, Donald Duckin. You can't do a full-on Paddington in the pod. You can't do a Paddington in the pod.
It's true.
It's his coat's not long enough to cover his buns.
We want to be your friend, but we don't want to be your friend.
Who is the most famous? Who would you say is the most famous bottomless cartoon character? Because we're talking about Donald Duck.
Paddington.
We're talking about Winnie the Pooh. Mm-hmm. Winnie the Pooh's got buns out, suns out, buns out, honey buns all day long.
Do you know who else I realized is suns out, buns out?
Who?
The Grinch.
The Grinch is suns out, buns out.
He
And
is.
dude, no. Because you know that dude's rocking some stank.
Well, remember we discovered that Jim Carrey wore a suit covered in yak hair.
Well, listen, it's
Green,
not...
that
It's,
had been painted green.
dude, you can't come down from Mount Crumpet flashing that dumper. You can't do it.
Put on your jingle jammies.
Put on your jingle jammies. And don't come at me guns hot. Guns hot, buns hot. I don't know how many sizes your heart grew that day, but your fart. I was going to go but it didn't rhyme. Sometimes you got to go for the rhyme.
Ashley
Run DMC
was
said
not
that.
present for this part of the conversation.
Yes,
Redact.
yes, she was.
So it's been really cold here, friends. I'm going to do this sound
It's warmed
effect.
up a little today, though.
Winterman O'Houlihan showed up.
He did. Hey, can I tell you something? And I'm sure producer got in your ear and told you to do this because you have been just really intense on the mic with your sound effects lately.
I held it away.
She held it out with her long, hollow-boned bird arm far enough away so that it could not assault the listener's ears. So if that's not cause for you guys to share this podcast with all your friends, because that's the thing, guys. Here's the thing:
We need to share it.
We've got to. If this just keeps on being me talking to my sister. I don't know how much longer I can keep this up.
New Year's resolution.
Yep.
Grow the pod.
Grow the pod.
The
New Year's-
podience.
I liked it.
You like it?
I did not want to like that.
Let's grow this podience in 2023, y'all.
I like it less the more you say it. This is what we call a quit while you're ahead scenario.
This is called a make a joke out of it before it makes a joke out of you scenario.
God, no, make a joke out of it before it makes a joke out of you, the Ashley Engle story.
We haven't done a good memoir title in a while.
Man, that's a real good one. And what a sad one, too. Like, is she okay?
But do you know that would be a great one for like a comedian?
Yeah, and they're just shrugging
Ugh.
on the thing.
Yeah.
But for a pastor,
No.
blink twice if you're not okay. I don't know. Are you in trouble, miss?
Are you good?
Are you good? Meanwhile, Bobby Moynihan on the cover.
Drunk uncle.
Yeah, drunk uncle.
Totally makes sense for him.
Man, it's
Not for me.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a much better title for a comedian.
For a funny person.
Yeah.
Than for you, Ashley.
Gosh, yeah, that's why a comedian can't have a book title. It's like about fire, brimstone, sin, and saints. And that would be the Ashley Engle story.
Would it? She's a fun hang.
This is her literary soapbox. She's going to come at you with all sorts of stuff, and she's talking Old Testament, guys. She's rooted in it.
Straight up OT.
Let me tell you something about Ashley Engle, Pastor Ash. Is she...
Pastor.
I've never even heard her talk about the New Testament. It's Old Testament. It's Old Testament, and she does it in Aramaic. It's terrifying. I woke up one night when we were growing up, and she was standing over my bed reading the Old Testament at me in Aramaic.
We're going to do a Christmas recap.
It's a miracle I made it out alive, guys. It's a miracle.
Stop it.
I've got traumas. No wonder I can't tell a dog from a potty. I've got child traumas. Grew up watching bottomless ducks parade their butts around.
Brent.
Sister chanting at me in the night.
I'll tell you what gave me trauma, mister, is you and your sleepwalking. For those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't spend a lot of time around Brandon when he's sleeping, it's been a while for me. But growing up, talk about trauma. I would wake in the night only to see you just standing in my room.
Yeah, rocking back and forth.
Not awake.
Yeah, no.
Eyes open, though.
Just speaking my dreams aloud in Aramaic.
There was no Aramaic.
I don't speak it. Which is why when I woke up, I was like, I can't understand you, madam. No, I will walk in my sleep.
Yeah.
I do it very seldomly anymore, but when
Good.
I do, okay, I don't need
because
your
it
judgment.
used to scare everyone to death.
Yeah, well, maybe that was my plan all along. Letting people know, yeah, you can cross this guy when he's awake, but once you close your eyes, he's coming for you. He's coming for you. He's going to go to the kitchen and pour himself a juice. He's going to walk around. He's going to strip all of the bedding off of the bed and wander aimlessly
These are all
with it.
things that he's
going to
done.
stand on a balcony in the freezing cold while holding every blanket off of his bed, just rocking back and forth.
And that's terrifying.
I cannot imagine what a civilian on the street would have thought, looking up there and seeing me holding all these blankies
on the balcony of your
on the
apartment.
balcony of an apartment. Who
Newly married, scared Lindsay half to death.
psychopath when I'm stressed?
Not Lindsay, Brandon.
Well, debatable. I When I am
Hi, Lindsay.
psycho, hey, when I'm stressed, I will sleepwalk. I will sleep talk.
Yes.
But one thing that I catch myself doing a lot of the time is I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I will just be standing.
Yes.
If I've not fallen asleep on the couch, if I'm in the bed,
Yeah.
I will be standing on the bed. This hasn't happened for a very long time, but I will be standing on the bed, reaching my hand up into the ceiling fan, trying to like touch it or stop it. And I'll wake up and my hand will just be in the ceiling fan. Guys, I'm not good. I'm blinking twice right now. It's not a joke and I'm making a joke out of it, but please help. Help me.
Hasn't happened in a long time now.
Guys, help me.
So how was your last week? Did you do that at all? Did you slumber walk into the fan?
I did not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But
We'll check with your family later.
But I gotta tell you, presents found their way under the tree, and I don't know. It either was me sleepwalking or Santa Claus came. Oh, is this what? It's all for Benny. Nothing for the folks. Nothing for the parents. But hey, listen.
I didn't put presents for myself under the tree as I slept.
I did not. No, yeah, it's been a hectic week as
Yes.
the holidays always are.
Same.
But nice.
But nice.
Nice.
So the kids were finishing up all their school stuff, all their projects last week. Harrison, the oldest, had finals.
Harrison, the oldest, thank you for
Remember that pressure?
finals.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just really smart. I would wander into finals.
He is. I'm laughing.
What I would do is I'd walk into the room and I would look around and I would find the girl who had a pencil looking at you, the girl in my class that was the you. I
Yes.
find a pencil and I say, hey, these scantron bubbles aren't going to fill in themselves, my babies. And so I would get myself a number 2
Yeah.
after taking
Pencil.
myself a number 2.
Okay.
And then I would go through that. I'd be done. I'd be done before the bell rung.
Did you just see?
I would never. I was always I was in the upper percentiles.
Yeah.
I'm a mathematician.
Speaking of scantrons, I asked
Do they still use them?
Harrison had no clue what I was talking
a
about.
relic from an age past.
Right? And when I was teaching, even, 15 years ago,
Yeah.
that was like, as a teacher, I used to think, man, I'm really doing it. I'm going to save myself a lot of time right now with this. Now, everything's on computer.
No, let me tell you something. If you guys are gonna walk around in your Docky Martens and your Flanny Flannels and you're gonna be quoting friends at me, you better be taking your tests on a Scantron. You better be taking your test the same way Chanana Lerbung did it. You don't come at me with, oh, I'm from the 90s.
Yes.
I bought this at the Hot Topic and I'm from the 90s. But I'll tell you this, if you're going to do it, computers are right out of here, mister, for tests.
You got to dial up your internet. You've got mail.
It's a nice little give and take, a little rat-a-tat.
Is that good?
More often than not, we're a little bit more rat and a little less tat. But, in this
Okay.
particular case, you did a good job. Proud of you.
So yeah, finals projects. Hope did a really sweet project in her class where they did Christmas around the world. And each kid was assigned a different spot on the globe. She got Madagascar.
Oh.
I like to move it, move it.
And that's what she did.
She
She
just
just
showed
showed
it.
up and did that.
She danced.
Hope, I don't think you understood the assignment, hon.
No, she put together a phenomenal Google Slides presentation. And we learned a lot of cool stuff about Madagascar. The sweet treat they eat there, fresh lychees. And so we ordered a can of them, not fresh.
What's a lychee? What's a lychee?
It's a fruit.
A fruit?
A fruit.
Man, have you...
Tastes like a mandarin orange.
Okay. Have you had one?
Yeah, we ordered a can of them so she could share with her class.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I wonder if the Fruit for Thought guy, have we talked about him? The Fruit for Thought guy?
No.
Whose Instagram page, my algorithm
Is bizarre.
the worst. It's DJ Khaled, Jeremy Fragrance, the Island Boys, and the Fruit for Thought guy.
Yeah.
And occasionally like a mixed martial arts fight. And why?
And rap battles.
And
meat slicing.
Well, it used to be heavy on the meat slicing, and Fragrance took that over.
Oh.
God, Jeremy, it's the number one fragrance icon on the internet. Gosh, sponsor us, Jeremy.
Sponsors Jeremy
Get on that,
Fragrance.
producer. I know you like his stuff. Okay, so the Fruit for Thought
Thanks for
guy.
coming today, man.
Well, sort of.
The day after Christmas.
In body, but not in spirit.
He is. He's in a food coma.
Yeah, well,
Cookie coma.
I haven't eaten lunch today. I'm going to do that after this. Hold
I
on,
ate
though.
chips.
So the Fruit for Thought guy He's just this dude with long hair that always looks wet. And he walks up to the camera.
Yeah.
And he just gives words of wisdom and then takes a bite out of a different exotic fruit.
I kind of love that.
He goes like this. He'll say things. He'll be like, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but just because you woke up on the wrong side of the bed doesn't mean you got to do the right thing. Fruit for thought. And he takes a bite of like a rambutan.
Durian.
He takes a rambutan or a dragon fruit. Yeah, not durian. That's not fragrance. Have you ever seen the videos of Jeremy Fragrance opening up a jug of Nutella and then just screaming power?
Absolutely not.
Nutella is his favorite flavor on the planet, like his favorite scent, but he won't eat it. He'll only smell it.
Does he put it a little behind his ears?
No, he doesn't.
On his wrist?
He smells it and he goes, oh, yes, power. And then it cuts, hard cut.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Guys, please do not wander into my Instagram algorithm because you'll get lost down a rabbit hole of just sheer nonsense. I don't know who need to hear this today. But just because you can't tell your dog apart from your toilet doesn't mean you an idiot. Fruit for thought. Lychee bite. He's never biting apples.
Band name.
He's never biting apples.
No,
And
nothing normal.
He's also got this this like specialized fork, knife, spoon thing that he can cut the fruit with and scoop the fruit with.
Sure.
Man.
Guava.
Hundreds of thousands of followers, this guy.
Well, he just gained a few more.
Dude, I mean, it's everybody, fruit for thought.
Sponsor us, Fruit for Thought guy.
Please.
Let's do a little cross promotion.
Yeah, please. And send us fruits.
We like mangoes.
Listen, I've had too many chips. Send me exotic fruits.
We need some fiber.
Well, speak for yourself.
Good grief. I didn't mean to say fiber. I meant to say roughage, but they mean the same thing.
Yeah, fiber.
One cool thing we did last Friday night is that we went to a fun new little spot in the downtown of our community called Round Midnight.
Yep.
And it's a fun little, what would we call it?
It's a little jazz-a-mataz. It's like a little cocktail jazz bar.
Night spot.
Well, night, that's what I call it. That's what I call it. Well, I go out, watch out for all these jazz boys smoking their reefers, smoking their jazz cigarettes.
Boys.
Hey, careful. I don't want, you ever remember that scene in Back to the Future and it's Back to the Future 2 primarily when they highlight it, when the guys, Biff's cronies, are chasing
Biff.
brother. They chase. Okay, I'll do it. Don't act like I won't. For Biff Tannen, not coming back up.
Never. Not even when he waxes the car.
No, especially not then. But listen. I'm struggling over here.
He's
Listen,
dropping things.
dropping things like y'all's jaw. Know what I'm saying? That's how I do it.
Like the beat.
That's what I do is when I was chasing hot babes, I'd walk up to a hot babe and I'd say, "Excuse me, miss, you dropped something." And she'd go, "What?" And I'd go, "My jaw."
Boo.
And then she'd go,
Bang.
"Police, please." No, listen, guys. I'm a real Don. There's one, and there's one of the two that we're inevitably going to hit. Oh, that's a spare one. But listen, the scene
was allowed.
where the guys, Biff's cronies, are chasing Marty McFly, and they don't like the jazz band. Like they're not a jazz band; they're a rock and roll band. But they get out of the car and they're smoking some sort of herbal something. And one of the guys says, "Hey, we don't want to mess with no reefer addicts, all right?" Which I thought was a really weird thing to say to a person. Yeah. That's it. That's really the whole point of that story.
I mean, I say that 5 times a week at least.
Well, you hang out in some seedy places.
I do.
But
one of them's not Round Midnight. Guys, we had a lovely time.
Segue. It's an awesome segue.
No, listen, this was the cutest. Our buddy Weiser. Hi, Weiser.
Hi, Chris Weiser.
We had a group of friends go out for our friend Emily's birthday. Hi, Emily.
Hi, Emily.
And it was so lovely. Weiser kept going, "This feels so grown up. I feel like a real grown up in this place."
Which is hilarious because Weiser is the farthest thing from a grown up. He's a child.
No,
he's
not.
A man baby.
He is not.
He is, but in a
he
good
hangs
way.
out with kids for his job. So he's young at heart.
He could be, should he decide to use his powers for evil rather than good, he could be the Pied Piper of children all over the place.
He would never.
I've played shows with him. The way he commands a room of children is impressive.
It's impressive.
They do what he says.
Sugar-free All-Stars, guys.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
I'm an honorary member. I made
Shout it out. Get up.
Get up. I made it in their Thanksgiving post as a part of the Sugar-Free All-Stars family. It's just a good picture.
As Professor Zesty.
Pea zest, they call me on the streets.
Street.
We don't want to mess with no zest addicts.
I do.
Man.
I only want Zest addicts in my life.
Yeah,
How
well,
fun. Another New Year's resolution.
I only want zest addicts in my life. How fun. It was pretty funny.
So let's do a Christmas recap, shall we?
Yeah.
Because Christmas was yesterday.
It was.
Your Christmas celebrations are complete. Mine are not. We have yet to do the Engle family Christmas because Jeff's folks have been under the weather.
Under it.
So we're waiting for them to, get better and feel better so that we can go spend Christmas with them.
Sure.
But you did Martin family Christmas and we did Birdwell family Christmas yesterday.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Christmas Eve, what'd that look like for you?
It looked like a room full of people
Yep.
giving a 10-year-old presents.
Oh.
That's what it looked like.
Because Vinny is the crown prince.
He was spoiled rotten.
Of the Martin Christmas.
He was spoiled rotten. It was
Delightful.
It was great for him. And it was fine for the rest of us or whatever. But no, just ate some food, watched him have a good time. It was great.
Delicious food, I hear.
It was delicious.
An
Always
Italian
is.
feast.
Oh, huzzah.
Huzzah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was great. Always very kind and welcoming over there. And again, it's really all about Ben and that always delivers. So very cool of them. So.
Oh, Benny. And man, has Benny been psyched.
Yeah.
For the holiday.
Yeah, he's
one of the most joyful kids you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Zesty.
When you catch him right.
He's a zest addict.
He's a zest addict. He's the zest around. Nothing's going to ever bring him down.
And that's why he's a blast to be around. So Christmas Eve for us, that's when we do just exchanging gifts for one another, like the nuclear family, Jeff and the kids and me. And so I would just like to share that my family knows me so well. I got my favorite things on Christmas Eve from them. I got a sweatshirt, cozy one. I'm wearing it now. I got chocolate.
Yeah, okay.
I got a candle that smells like a fireplace.
Uh-huh.
That's one of my favorite things. I gave you one, you and Lynn's.
Yeah.
And pickles.
These
are a few of my favorite
That's like
things.
The holiday hoarder shut-in starter pack.
I know, it.
That's literally a Hallmark movie survival kit.
And my people know me
just
well.
Just you sitting here all bundied up, woodwick fire crackling, candle, alternating bites between pickles and chocolate like an absolute sociopath person.
My charcuterie board of chocolate and pickles.
Yeah, charcuterie board.
Do you remember when Crindy went through her Picklin phase?
Yes, Crindy's Picklins. I tried to get her to start a company doing it, and she didn't. She had it. It was all right there in the palm of her hand. She was rolling out the hits, sending peppers, cornichons,
red onions,
pickled reds. Bobby Flay style. Listen,
sweet picks.
Dill
picks.
I gave her all that she needed on a marketing front. Crindy's Picklins would have been huge. Huge. There's not enough mason jars in the world to keep up with the demand for Crindy's Picklins.
Farmers markets across the U.S. ain't ready.
Galore. Farmers markets galore. Dude, here we are just horning in on the pickle market. Meanwhile,
listen, when we take this show on the road, when we start going live, our merch shop will carry Crindy's Picklins.
It'll be
full stop.
It will be the dumbest table of crap. It literally it will be the my Instagram algorithm of tables. Just random.
Listen, people are gonna roll out for our merch. Most of all, Crindy's Picklins.
That's the ticket. That's the meal ticket right there.
So anyway, Christmas Eve with the nuclear family was great.
That's how that's pronounced. Yes,
totally.
Thanks for that.
So then we went to church that evening, which church service was absolutely lovely, so fun. Then Christmas Day, we always wake up early. We head over to Crindy and Harry B's. Is it safe to say that Crindy and Harry B are the holiday Cheermeisters.
Cheermeisters. Yeah, it was literally, it is 100% safe to say. So safe, in fact, that I was about to beat you to saying it.
Were you really?
I was literally forming my mouth to say Cheermaster, and you said it.
We have always been a V big Christmas family, guys. We love, love, love Christmas Day. Favorite day of the year. Just the best. And Crindy and Harry B do it up big.
They do it up big.
They do it up big. Crindy had on some V large blinking Christmas tree earrings all day. And they blinked all day.
How her ears supported those for the entire day, I have no idea. The elasticity must be all gone now.
One of them burned out for a while. And then when we were saying goodbye, I realized it was back on.
Well, that's the Christmas magic right there.
It's the Christmas magic. So when we go to their house early in the morning, and we start out by putting on our Christmas PJs, and they match. And every year is a different theme.
Yeah.
What is that?
No, yeah. That's what happens. That's what happens. That's what has happened for many years.
Yeah.
And
like almost 20.
Yeah. Yep. Even before social media was really a thing, like Crindy was on the. I'm not trying to be like that guy who's like, oh, I listened to this
Crindy
band before
Christmas,
they go
before it was cool.
Yeah, she likes Christmas's old stuff. Some of the new stuff, whatever. But she's been on the train for a long time. Christmas's first couple of albums were killer, but everything since then has just been no. But she started in on the matching PJs pretty early.
I feel like if you were to trace that trend.
It started with Crindy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could do the same in the pickle market. She just has decided not to.
Crindy, this is your sign.
This is it.
New Year's resolution, Crindy. Crindy's Picklins.
Honestly, if I don't have a porch full of pickles by week's end, Crindy, you and I are going to have a very serious fireside chat. We're going to sit down and we're going to talk. And I'm going to say, Cindy, Crindy, your negative behaviors have affected me in the following ways. 1, where are my pickles? 2, matching PJs again? 3, pickles.
Please.
It's a pickle sandwich. I sandwiched the PJ thing.
You did. Pickles and PJs. So Crindy began the trend of Christmas jammies, is what we're saying.
She did.
And
she's Old Testament.
She's OT, baby. So when we started this, we were a much smaller family. You know, we started the PJs before Lindsay had even joined us. Since then, we've doubled in size between Lindsay and the children.
Yeah, you with all your kids.
Yeah.
Our PJ budget is out of
through
control.
The roof.
Yeah, it's too much.
So this year, our PJs were CHWH specific.
Yeah.
They had shirts made, guys, that said fresh and profesh.
Yeah.
And then on the back, they say at CHWH pod.
Yeah, so that when I was walking away from someone in the house, they'd be like, "Oh, I should probably check that out," because none of our family has listened yet.
They haven't reviewed.
They haven't. They don't care enough.
They sure haven't rated.
If you were too busy making pickles, I would understand. But you're not. You're doing nothing. You're doing nothing on the pickle.
You're planning an incredible holiday celebration.
You're doing that. It's for naught if there's no pickles.
So we go in and we come in our jams, our jingle jams, and we take a family photo. And every year it's a thing.
Yeah, it's like everybody.
It's a thing.
It's like everybody forgets how a picture works. It's like I got you over here trying to balance something on another thing, and Dad's got a tripod, the same tripod he's had for years that has the same connection on the top, and he asked the same question: is there a way to connect this phone to this tripod? There wasn't in 21. There wasn't in 20.
And listen, I am the worst because we always use my phone, and I always forget how we did it. But we figure it out.
Sorta.
We do it. We got a picture. We got one.
We
got the one.
I look like an absolute
awful
disaster.
But we had on our matching jammies and it was delightful. So then we have breakfast.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the breakfast, the traditional.
It's brekkie cass.
Brekkie cass.
Eggy brekkie cass. It's for those of you that don't speak idiot, that is a breakfast casserole.
So good.
Comprised of eggs,
churst,
bacon, churst, and
no sausage.
Depending on with a year, it varies sometimes, but it's just it's all of the butter you can find.
All of it.
It's a buttery, sumptuous.
All the butter west of the Mississippi.
That's where it's all of it.
And then this
Sorry
year,
about the butter shortage that's going to go on for the next couple of weeks.
sorry.
You've got
Not sorry.
Crindy to blame for that.
That's right.
But please accept this complimentary jar of a cornichons that she pickled at her house as a concessions.
When Crindy gets to Picklin.
Don't stop.
I can't.
That was so
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
No, because that was you. You started this train. That was I was so excited for what was to come.
I was too, and I let us all down. Oh. New Year's resolution: write a jingle for Crindy's Picklins.
That was the ultimate head fake. I was really, really, really excited.
I was too. I have brain fog from all the breakfast casserole. I'm sorry.
I was so excited.
This is not my strength.
I was seriously over here just like, here comes some real primo pod content, whether good or bad. It didn't matter which direction it went. That could have gone pear-shaped indeed. I wouldn't have cared as long as you actually saw it through.
I didn't.
It just, once Crindy gets to Picklin. And then you looked at me. I audibly heard crickets and you looked at me.
I needed you to pick it up.
And you mouthed the word help. Finish it.
No, here's what it is. When Crindy, when Crindy gets to Picklin, and then, boo, boo. And that's it.
Crindy's Picklin. Come on down. Farmers markets everywhere.
There.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Listen, I want a shirt that says Crindy's Picklin.
I'd wear it.
Green, of course.
And then it says on the front, it says Crindy's Picklin. When Crindy gets to Picklin, ... And then on the back, there's just
a slide whistle.
That's it.
In a jar.
That's it. And everyone looks at it and just thinks, what? What happens when Crindy gets to Picklin?
That's the title of the podcast. Oh, man. So, Brekkie Cast, we had some sausage balls. We had puppy chow.
I did not have any of the puppy
nuts
chow.
and bolts.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Is that you can,
with bugles in it?
Oh gosh, I love a bugle. Listen,
too.
if you're gonna wear Doc Martens and a flannel and watch Friends and eat bugles, you better be using a scantron. A bugle. I always love when you look at somebody at the lunch table and they would have done what they thought was the cleverest thing ever and made bugle claws, and they had just bugle fingies.
Bugle claws.
Yeah. Bugle claws, and a Pringle duck bill.
Pringle duck bill. That's what I was gonna
these
say.
are the moves. Drinking your Capri Sun that you stabbed from the bottom instead of the top because you're not smart enough to figure out how a Capri Sun pouch
through
works.
The backside.
Yeah,
so
you're not smart enough to figure out how a Capri Sun works. So you're sitting here drinking it from the bottom through your Pringles duck bill with your bugle claws.
Or your milk carton that's all the way open.
And it's just you've turned it into a paste. You tried to open it so hard, you turned it into a paste. And then later on down the road, they got wise on that front and they started doing the bags of milk. Yeah. Like milk implants. And it's not a carton anymore. All this just ramping up to when I can get my snack pack pudding at the end.
My half-baked chocolate chip cookie from the a la carte line.
Man, you know what I loved is whenever the a la carte line got individually wrapped Taco Bell burritos. Oh. And you could get them and they'd microwave them for you.
That was after my time.
Well, I mean, you are 50.
Okay. So then we go from breakfast, we go into stocking time.
Yeah.
And I remember
not going around the neighborhood looking into people's windows, not stalking time.
No, absolutely not.
Stalking time. Guys, we will not implicate or incriminate ourselves on this podcast for stalking the neighbors.
No.
It won't happen. Although I did see some really nice furniture and some lovely families doing whatever it was that they were doing.
And I went door to door dressed as a policeman with a gold tooth.
Mm-hmm. I went door to door dressed as a policeman with a gold tooth casing establishments. I went door to door leaving jars of pickles and notes.
Yes.
Notes saying, I see you.
I see
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a pickle.
Have a pickle. So I remembered that as a kid, I used to get jars of speaking of jars of pickled things.
You're
jars
killing it on the segues today.
Olives in my stocking. Because I love olives.
I
what
love
a
it.
weird thing for a kid to get.
It's almost as weird as the industrial sized tub of Tic Tacs that your son got this year.
And that was the highlight of his day.
Yeah, which is...
My oldest son loves a Tic Tac. Mm-hmm. Not the TikTok.
No.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Got fresh breath. Tic Tac.
That's right. So we do stockings, and then we move into kid gifts because the kids are raring to go.
I'm so surprised you didn't say, because the kids are gifts. I'm surprised you didn't go with some sort of cheesy cheese ball.
Children are the gift.
When Crindy gets to Picklin, the kiddies get to gifting, and everybody gets to lifting. Olives from the stocking.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac.
Worst song ever. So the kids, and we go one at a time so we can see what everyone gets. So we draw this present time out.
It takes a while.
It doesn't. It's so fun.
And it's always the same thing. Ever since we were children,
Yeah.
HB will walk through the room.
Yeah.
Because at the minute a single gift gets to open,
Yeah.
it's like a alarm bell goes in his head, and he starts throwing hefty bags at people like, you clean it up. And
No,
then
he just strategically
he just makes sure
them.
and places them like little just reminders around the room so that we don't not clean up after ourselves.
We did a great job
And about
yesterday.
every hour on the hour, he'll go something to the effect of like, wow, we're an hour in. Can you believe we're still going? And then it's always just the reminder. It's like, I don't need a clock or a watch on Christmas morning, because HB, it's like, oh, an hour must have passed.
It's part of his holiday cheermeister
100%.
duties.
That's Cheermeister 101 right there.
101. So then we do grown-up gifts. So as I say, we got several CHWH themed gifts this year. We had our Fresh and Profess shirts.
It's true.
We got Cold Hands Warm Heart mugs from Harry and Crindy.
It's true.
I got you another mug
You did. The dumbest. And the thing about it is it had something that I had said on it that I said on the podcast. It was a thing that I said and promptly forgot saying it. So it's like I read it and I was like, is that some dumb crap that came out of my mouth? I was like, yeah, it is. It is. And listen, that's one thing about that's kind of a cough. One thing about doing the podcast is I've said a lot of stuff over the last like 29 weeks.
29 hours.
And that was one of them.
And it was a picture, it was a clip art of an old man that I found. And it said, Winterman O'Houlihan, he rides into town on a snowflake and he takes a bride.
Yeah. Stream of consciousness nonsense.
And now it's on a mug.
It's on a mug forever and ever.
You'll find that at our merch table.
You'll find that on our merch table behind the pickles.
At our live event in Kazakhstan. We're still charting in Kazakhstan.
I gotta tell you.
Hello to all of our friends there. Hi.
I don't know what you guys see in us, but it's something.
I think it's Reynauds.
Just what it is it's like not, they're not taking anything from it.
No.
Maybe we have a dialect that they like can
Maybe.
learn English from. So they're just listening to us and
Southern.
learning English. And so you got a bunch of people walking around Kazakhstan talking about sun's out, buns out.
Yes.
And they're using the phrase Donald ducking in common conversation like it's an actual thing.
Yeah. You can trace that vernacular.
Listen.
Right here.
We're just, guys, listen, let's get enough listeners in Kazakhstan that we can just pop out there.
Let's do it.
A little trip.
By sea. Sea journey.
Yeah, sea journey to Kazakhstan.
That's right.
Put us in the shipping containers.
That's right.
Just leave a water bowl in there for us.
But I do think it's Reynauds that they have in common with us out there. Reynauds phenomenon. And we had a lot of Reynauds themed gifts this year.
Yeah.
We had hand warmers in our stockings. We had a pair of microwave mittens that I purchased for you. I got a blanket from you and Lynn's called the Petty Pocket, where you put your feet in it while you're watching TV.
Which is good for tall, cold, gangly people.
Yeah.
Like us.
Sign me up.
Yeah, no, it's great because the blanket doesn't come off your feet.
No.
It stays, wraps right on there.
Sponsor us, Petty Pocket.
But seriously, sponsor us, Petty Pocket. You're way up on our list. You've leapfrogged Orbit Gum.
Totally.
By the way,
We haven't heard from them.
they're a stingy bunch.
So then we break for lunch and we had a lot of meat. You made a brisket of champions.
I was
You shouldn't have been.
I was nervous about it.
Shouldn't have been.
Because of all the meats and all of my meat exploits. I've got a lot of them down.
Yeah.
I feel good about a chicken,
Yes.
good about a pork shoulder, good about a steak, all these things, ribs, feel great. A brisket has always eluded me. A solid quality brisket. Never really had made a good one that I could feel good about. Yesterday was a step in the right direction. Felt
It was
okay about it.
delicious. I kept eating till I made myself sick. I thought I'm going to call this a meat headache that I had.
I'm going to call this a meat headache. Yeah.
After the presents and all the brisket, I had such a headache, and I'm telling you, it's the meat. I never do this, but I took my petty pocket and a pillow off the couch
You took a nap on the floor.
in the middle of everyone.
Yeah, you took a meat nap.
And I've never done that in my entire life.
Well,
Am I okay?
nope.
Help me.
Help me. Blink twice if you are held hostage by meat.
I took an ibuprofen and I took a nap. And the minute I woke up, I was facing you. You were in a chair, and I woke up and I opened my eyes and I looked at you, and I remember saying, "I just did that."
Yeah.
And you go, "How was that for you?"
I was curious. I needed to know.
Anyway, I took a meat nap. Anywho, guys, I want to move on right now to our big reveal. Get your slide whistle ready for this.
Get your slide whistle ready.
Guys, we're ready to do the big reveal for our Friends in Need fundraiser on Guam. There you go. Okay, guys, over the last several weeks, we have been collecting donations for the Friends in Need program on the U.S. island territory of Guam. Our field producer, Mindy, and her family, as you all know, have a program there where they feed the unhoused population that gather in their local park. Guys, are you ready for the big reveal? Our little pod that's only 6 months old has raised $300 for the Friends in Need program. On Guam.
On Guam.
Come with us to Guam.
When Crindy gets to Picklin, she goes with us to Guam.
No, but guys, and Mindy let us know that this was enough money to cover all of the food for their holiday season. And what a gift. This warms our hearts more than you know. When we set out to do this, we thought, we bet we can mobilize these amazing, warm-hearted people to do some good in the world. And look what you did.
You little jerk. Look what you did, you little jerks. But like in a good way.
Guys, here's to you.
That's okay. Well,
Here's to you.
We're not, gosh, you don't understand that your giant hands.
That was far away.
When you clap those
Producer,
giant hands.
Stop it.
They are attached at the end of those pendulous arms.
Anyway, guys, we are so excited about what you all did. Thank you so much for participating. We're hoping in the future to do even more stuff like that because you are the best.
You are the best.
We
agree this for the first time on this podcast. We agree on something, and it's that you guys are the best.
That's right. So now let's move into accidental texts. There have been a couple good ones lately, really good ones. So Mom got this one. This was sent to 19 people, 19 other numbers.
Unsuspecting.
And it goes like this. Chickie went to heaven, April of this year. Thank you for being so good to her when we came for her spa visits. Happy holidays. And then one of the numbers just replied, all caps, stop.
Oh, no. Not a Chickie fan?
Chickie fan?
Not a Chickie fan.
So who do you suppose Chickie is?
Was.
Who do you suppose Chickie was until April?
Gotta be like a parrot they kept at a spa. I think so. Right? Like
a bird spa.
Like a spa macaw.
Spa macaw.
Spa macaw. And the thing about it is, macaws live a long time. So of course we gotta alert our 19 friends that the macaw from the spa has gone to meet the Lord.
Cacao!
My Chickie
has gone to meet the Lord.
We're going to meet the Lord.
A bird spa, guys.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like sometimes, like on a weekend.
Yeah, a weekend.
Oh, on a weekend, I'll wake up.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, and I'll think to myself, I'm feeling really stressed. Yeah. I could use like a nice sauna and a massage. But I also want to look at exotic birds. So what am I to do? What's a man to do? Pet shop? Pet shop or spa?
What would the name of the bird spa be?
Don't make me choose. We got a real Sophie's choice here.
I'll give you a minute to think about it. But it's like, and then you go into the bird spa and you think that the birds are just in cages, like beautiful birds, just relaxing. But what they do is you lay out on the massage table and then they release them and they come with their little bird talons.
Yeah.
and just
don't like
walk
it.
around.
Ted, our dear friend Ted, is
Hi, Ted.
terrified of birds, and this sounds like his nightmare.
His
It's like
nightmare.
you just got to sign a waiver so you don't get an eye pecked out in there. It's like a rainforest cafe, but like for real. Like
For real.
I'm not trying to get attacked by a crazy decrepit old macaw named Chicky at the macaw spa.
Macaw's spa is just, I think that's it.
I'm not trying to just listen. Come on down, guys. Throw some bird seed to our feathered friends and get a little rub down from a sick bird
Cockatoo.
bird foot. Listen, here at Macaw Spa, we don't always bird, but when we do, we bird well. Also, here's a complimentary jar of pickles for you guys on your way out the door. Sweat that out.
Sweat that out. Anyway, that was a really good one. Then there's this other one. I got this yesterday from my friend Jenny. Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
My understanding is that this text was sent to her husband, Dan, from a college friend, and he received this, and I believe it was accidentally. It's right there in the name.
Yeah, well, it's right there in the name.
Hey, wanted to take a minute to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and most of all, good health. These days, people don't spend much time of thought on some personal words to their friends and family. They just copy and paste some random stuff and send it on. So, after all we've been through together, I want to thank you for your friendship and wish you a happy 2018. You are the best gymnastics group anyone could ask for.
So not only is this guy texting a gymnastics team,
Yeah.
he's got a time machine apparently, because we're doing it back pre-pandemic, or this just got caught up in the drafts for 2+ years.
You know, we've been through a lot though.
That's what a weird.
We've been through a lot, and you're the best gymnastics team anyone could ever ask for.
It's true. We've been through a lot, pandemic times. We've been through competition. We've won some, we've lost some. Gold, silver, bronze. Sometimes we're not even on the podium. Did you hear what happened to Chicky? Guys, we've been through it.
We've been through it.
We need to relax, and I know a place we can do that.
Cacao.
Macaw Spa.
Probably wanna
Go ahead.
help.
Gosh almighty. Here she goes, guys. Here she goes. Into a fugue state, just wandering into jokes and songs, nowhere to go with it. No wonder the woman needs an agenda for everything. There's coughing fit number 2.
I still have a headache from the meat.
Yeah.
I can't think clearly.
Oh my gosh.
Polly want a massage. Polly want a spa treatment.
It's the dumbest concept. It's just the dumbest concept.
It really is. Okay, I have a Crindy reviews. Did you notice we added music to
Yeah.
Crindy's review last week? We're going to keep up with that. We have a Crindy theme.
Technically, it's the theme for a children's book that
Yeah.
Ben and I are writing called The Adventures of Juice Box and Snacks. It's a story about
Sponsor us, Juice Box and Snacks.
Well, if we get it written, we will. It's a story of a pug who's very content in his life. His name is Juice Box until one day, up shows Snacks, a French bulldog puppy who's just full of mischief. So that's what that's going to be about, and that's what that music is. But we're letting Crindy borrow it for her reviews.
Until we get Crindy's Picklin jingle written.
Well, I'm over here holding my breath on that one.
It's going to be.
You'll notice
I
I'm
wrote
about
the
to lose
first line.
consciousness.
I wrote the first line. The rest is up to you. Okay, here we go. Crindy reviews. Can I play the music?
The music will producer will edit the music in after the fact.
Oh, okay.
That's what we did last time.
I thought you did it in here last time. Okay, here we go.
This is
Crindy reviews Jerry and Marge Go Large. She gives this one 5 warm hearts and no cold hands. She's really on a roll with finding stuff she likes.
yeah. I feel like she's just willy-nilly giving out warm hearts.
No, she's very serious about this. I wasn't going to do a review this week because, well, Christmas, and she is the holiday cheermeister. But after a beautiful day of celebrating with the family, I sat down to watch some television. I scrolled past the Christmas movies because I had reached my saturation point and accidentally clicked on an absolute treat of a movie called Jerry and Marge Go Large, starring Bryan Cranston and Annette Bening. The movie was made in June of 2022 and is based on true events that were the topic of a Dateline show in 2019. It's on Paramount Plus, PG-13, and is a feel-good movie if there ever was one. And I must say that it was so good to watch sweet Bryan Cranston in a movie where teachers weren't becoming criminals and people weren't being blown up in meth explosions in old greasy trailers.
For sure.
Sorry, Brandon, that's my story, and you can't make me change my mind on Breaking Bad. Triple ugh.
She's wrong. It's dumb.
Anyway, Bryan Cranston is a recent retiree from a Kellogg's cereal factory where he was a product analyst and is miserable because he feels old and washed up. He also happens to be a math savant who discovers a loophole in the Michigan lottery so he can win millions every month legally. Annette Bening is the perfect foil for him because she encourages him to take a chance to do something spectacular for himself in his hometown, and that's exactly what he does. That is, until some snot-nosed Harvard brat who is doing the same thing but for the wrong reason finds him and threatens to ruin everything. Isn't that the way it always happens? This is why we can't have nice things. This movie will make you cry happy tears and love life and people again. A perfect Christmas message, right? She loved it.
She loved it.
She did.
Bryan Cranston. Breaking Bad's so good.
5 warm hearts and no cold hands. What you been watching, reading, or listening to, B?
Watching.
Wow, that was aggressive. Watching.
That's how I talk. Guys, share this with your friends, because if it's just us talking, I'm out. I'm out, man. Anyways, no, watching. I've been, it's been a lot of Crimbus, and Benny we watched the Santa Clauses, the series. They made a series out of the Santa Claus franchise.
Really?
Tim Allen's back. Spoiler alert, Bernard the elf, he comes back.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's a fun watch. But now Christmas is over, so you're going to have to wait till next year.
You can still watch them.
We'll do reading this time. Today picked up and started reading into those 33 and a third books that Crindy got me. I started reading the one on the hip-hop classic album Illmatic by Nas. And so then I will go back, and it's one of my favorites of all time, and I will go back and re-listen to it after reading this because it'll be fresh in my brain, and it's a fun little activity. So
maybe we should write a 33 and a third, and then people will go back and listen to our episodes.
Yeah, but that's not how it works, though. So... Anyway, I'm trying real hard.
Help.
Yeah. Give me help. Send me help.
Send me help. So I've been lots of Christmas music. I've been reading a book that my friend Meredith got me for my birthday by Ruth Haley Barton called Rhythms.
Yep. No, classic Ruth, RHB.
That's right.
That's what I love her stuff.
Of Work and Rest, and it's a beautiful book. I've been watching a couple things. FTK, this is for the kids, for those of you just joining. We've been watching a fun show on Netflix called Snack versus Chef. And it's where you have chefs who, the way that they are assigned their snack treat is that a vending machine drops it down and it'll be like a well-known snack like Cheetos.
Yeah.
And they have to first challenge, recreate the snack.
Yeah.
Did I talk about this last time?
No, it's right there in the name. But finish though.
Okay.
No.
And then for their second challenge, they have to do an original snack based on that snack.
Yeah. Like an elevated version of the snack.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Or a snack like in the same vein.
Okay.
Or with the same flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's fun. And FTK, there might be the occasional curse, but it's fun.
Like, farts.
Yeah.
Farts. This Pop-Tart didn't turn out.
That's right.
It's full of farts.
That's right.
That's what I say.
And then I wanted to say this while we're talking about Christmas movies. Did you watch A Christmas Story Christmas?
No.
I'll tell you what. I was pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly surprised. Because there are lots of things in there that will delight you. Like a lot of the old characters come back.
Don't put words in my mouth. Don't tell me what I will be delighted by.
I was saying you...
As in the people.
As in the people.
The people.
but I was looking right at your
Yeah,
face.
I know. So imagine my confusion, guys. When she says it to you, but maintains very serious eye contact with me. Yeah.
But it was pretty good, guys. Don't sleep on it. If you didn't get a chance to watch it this year.
Don't meat sleep on it.
Don't take a meat
take
nap.
a meat nap through it.
No, please don't. So, guys, we want to do a couple of special shout outs right now. We want to give a special shout out to our buddy Lawson. We understand that he celebrated a very special day recently and that he is a big time listener.
Lawson.
So, hi, Lawson.
What's the haps, Lawson?
What's the haps?
Dude, pickles coming your way, pal.
Quit promising pickles.
You
got to clear this with Crindy.
Here's the thing. I'm the on-air talent and you're fulfillment. I'm going to promise Lawson pickles and you're going to send them.
I can't pickle a thing.
Lawson, hey, do this for me. Get mom. Your mom, not my mom. My mom's here.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. Get your mom and have her go to the nearest grocery store and tell the clerk there that you're there for the pickles that Cold Hands Warm Hearts sent there for you, and they'll point you to the pickles.
Yeah.
I'm sending you pickles. I'm drop shipping you pickles to your supermarché. Get them.
Get them.
Get pickled.
Shout out, Lawson. Thanks for listening, buddy. We also want to shout out to our friend Dominic. Hi, Dominic. You've been a listener since the beginning, and we're so grateful for you.
Dominic rules.
Dominic does rule.
I mini golfed with him one time. Got wild.
That's not what I expected.
Dude, let me
you
tell
to
you. No,
say.
we did. We went out there, and I'll tell you what. We hit the links. We hit the mini. We hit the mini links. I got to tell you something. Can I tell you something about Dominic? He guy's a real hole in one. That guy's a real hole in one. That guy's the Tiger Woods of making new friends. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what you're saying?
Shout out Dominic. Hey, head to your local supermarket.
He's a zest addict.
Head to your local supermarket and tell him I sent. There's pickles there for you
Don't do that, Dominic.
on the dropship pickle shelves, courtesy of Cold Hands Warm Hearts.
Anyway, guys, we want to wish everybody a happy new year. Get your whistle out. Let's ready. 1, 2, 3. Happy New Year, friends. We will see you in 2023.
We will.
Guys, safe travels. If you're in your car, if you're in the sky, hi in the sky. Thank you for listening.
If you're pogo sticking, if you're jumping on your skibbit, if you're riding on a unicycle, just riding on it
If
with
you're hoverboarding in Nebraska.
banana seat New Year. Merry banana seat New Year, guys. Here's some pickles.
Guys, we love you. Don't forget to rate, review, and share.
Share
New
it.
Year's resolution. We're growing this thing.
Guys,
We're going worldwide.
I'm making an old tomato. And that means I'm making an all tomato, and that means I want the whole tomato or nothing at all. You guys share this with your friends, because if I just have to keep talking to my sister, guys, there's not enough pickles on the planet that are going to save this pod. Hey, guys, thanks for tuning in to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts. Happy New Year. Like it, share it, review it. Oh, okay, well, on the way out, just toot, beat, okay.
Bye.